Guys, I told you there'd be one more video today, so let's take a look at this other problem. It's very similar, all right, but it is slightly different. So on this problem, what it says is look at the line on the graph and figure out what formula was used to build it, okay? So we're doing the exact opposite of what you did on the first problem. Instead of me giving you a formula and you figuring out the table and then graphing it, we're starting with the graph and we're working our way back. Now, if you'd like this to come out correctly, then I'm going to recommend that you do the same thing that we told you last time. It's too big of a step to go directly from a graph to an equation. We have a middle point that you're supposed to do each time. That middle point is build a table. Now, to build your table right now, it's actually quite a bit easier because we already have the ordered pairs. So when I go to graph this out, I'm going to go through. Here's my x and y, just like normal, for my x coordinate and my y coordinate, and I'm going to look at the points that they gave us. Now, you should, when you do this, use actual points. I know this one right here looks like it might be a point, and maybe it is, but maybe it's not. The reason why this circle is there is they're telling you this definitely is a point. So that's the one they should have you using. So looking at it, it's 2 over and 2 up. So 2, 2. Then I go to my next one. 4 over, 4 up. And then I go to the last one, 6, 6. All right, now I'm trying to figure out what's the formula. So when we make our formula, you have to know what the rule is. How are we getting from x to y? Now, this one's extremely simple because it looks like whatever I put in for x is what y is. There's no change in any of the numbers. We didn't have to add anything, subtract anything, divide, multiply, none of that. So when I go to write out my formula, I'm going to look at y equals, and what does the y equal each time? Well, in this one, the y is equal to the x number, whatever the x is. So that's as basic of a formula as we can get. Now, if I had something that was a little bit different, so let's say I had one up here, and it was going along that same exact path, the 1 over, 1 up, and it gave me this point, and let's say this point here. I would have went through and I would have graphed them out, and I would have, now that I have them, I would have put my table in, x and y, and I would have looked at it and said, all right, so 0 over, 2 up, 2 over, 4 up, and 4 over, 6 up. Those are the 3 points they gave me. Now I would have looked to see, all right, what's the rule? How am I getting from x to y? Well, I'm adding 2 each time. So to write out that formula, we're always writing it as in terms of y is equal to something. So in this one, I read one right here, what is y equal to? Well, y is equal always to the x, but what did we have to do to the x this time? Every time we took the x number and we added 2 to it. That was the rule, okay? So we didn't pull these formulas just out of nowhere, okay? It came from the whatever rule is happening between these, okay? So today, what I want you to do, you are going to have somewhere I'm going to give you the line, and you're going to have to develop a formula, and you're going to have some of the other ones where I'm giving you the formula, and I want you to write the line. No matter what order I'm doing these in for you, if I'm giving you the formula or I'm giving you the line, every single problem should have this middle step, okay? You should always have these. You should always build a quick chart. That's what helps you figure out the ordered pairs when you want to graph, and it's also what helps you figure out the pattern or the rule for when you want to develop the formula. So that should always be a part of whatever you do when we're working on problems like this. All right, so for today, try your best. I hope it works out well. If you're struggling, come to office hours. All right, thank you.